Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by, well, I get two of them here. It's a beautiful thing. Walter Anderson first. Believe in something. Your life is worth a noble motive. And this one is by Norman Vincent Peale. Never talk defeat. Use words like hope, belief, faith, and victory. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 85, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 9. Gold contract down $6, traded at $1,182 an ounce. Silver down 19 cents at $16.27 an ounce. Platinum off 15 at $1,126 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.92 a pound. Light sweet crude down 11 at $59.29 a barrel. Bonds. Now the bond market, folks, this is serious business. You have the 10-year down 1 point at 126.27. The 30-year off 3 full points and 6 ticks at 153.01. King dollar up 221.6, trading at 95.12. The euro down 46 at 111, and the yen up 37 at 120.13. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Friday, we get to a higher high. You have nice volume on the daily. On the weekly, however, you didn't have the volume. What do we do out here today? You get to a higher high by 3 pennies, have absolutely zero volume. You do, well, not zero volume. We did 70 million shares. 70 million versus 155. You close under the gap as we had gapped away on Friday. So, that's short term. Longer term, what do we have? Longer term, what you have, folks, is this. We've been in this consolidation for 6 months. Friday, you have a day that's up 257 points in the Dow. Still can't get to its highs. You have volume come in the market on the daily. On the weekly, however, you are 200 million short of the highs. What does that set up? Now you have a failure. Can't bust them up. It's going to try to bust them down. This consolidation, no doubt, has been out there a long period of time. We're at 210 right now. The bottom of this consolidation that we're talking about is down there at that 204.12. You'll either see us going down. My point is you're going to be going down. If we have to have the volume expand again, guess what? You can go break the low. If we go down, the volume contracts again, guess what? You go up to the high again. The width of this consolidation is pretty good. The width is from 201 to 212. NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. What do you have with the 3 Qs? So the 3 Qs are weak. They basically are, right now, they're the weakest indice out there. The small caps are basically a toss-up with that, actually. 3 Qs never got into the swing point on Friday, even though it was up good. The swing point I'm talking about in the 3 Qs, we had a swing at the beginning of last week at 109.91. The Qs couldn't get into that. They couldn't handle it. What do we do with the Qs today? You went to a higher high. You had lighter volume. It failed. It's an ABC down. This is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, particularly because the volatility out here, you know, you have volatility for 1 day, then it gives it up. The IWM, we go look at the small caps. What do the small caps do? Same setup in the small caps. Now, the small caps, they absolutely just took those small caps apart coming off the high. It looks to me that the small caps is another ABC structure on the way down. That's the way this is set up right now. We got to a price point today in the small caps, the IWM, of 123.66. You got over all the highs. You got over into the gap that was left from the April 30th. That gap had 72 million shares versus 27 million. That's anemic, folks. That's saying you're going south. If you listen to the last hour, so that's technically inside those ETF structures. That's technically inside the indices. fundamentally what came out here today is that this is the lowest cash level that all mutual funds have ever held since that number has basically been tracked. So that is a monster number. That's the first part, fundamental-wise. The second fundamental number out here goes like this. If the cash is not going to come out of the mutual fund industry, it can come out of where? The money market industry. And the money market industry, this is the lowest amount of cash balances since 2000. It's lower than 2007, folks. What that says is that everyone's money is at use. Unfortunately, the mutual fund part of it says absolutely in the marketplace. The money market does not say in the marketplace, but it does have to do with the amount of cash that is in the system. A lot of it's at use. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at gold. What do we have with gold out here? Gold contract right now looks to be building cause for higher price. The amazing part out here today is that the dollar didn't take off to the moon. You know, with bonds down like that, that's saying rates are going up. You figure the dollar gets smoked. Bottom line, didn't hold price at all. We go take a look at the bond market, and what we have out here inside the bond market is this. This bond market, you talk about fast movement. This was extraordinarily fast movement, and fast movements inside the bond market, folks, can really take things apart very quickly. When you're down 3 points, that is an amazing number. When you look at the aspect, it's $3,700 a contract when you're trading bonds. For $3,700, you're putting up $3,700. You're leveraging $152,000. It's $1,000 a point. So you can see what happens is that if you're on the wrong side of that bond contract today, you're out of business. That's the first part. Second part, for all of us individually, though, this had broken your swing points of 154.27, just took them apart, too. And with that setting up, that is setting up, so we got 170, we got 154, 60, 74, no, 54, 70, okay, 16. You're setting up a 140. You're setting up a 140. That is a big number. The 10-year bond right now is at 2.2. Now, the 10 years, that's not bad. You need a mortgage, folks, go get it and get it right now. That's the bottom line. Get it right now, refinance right now, buy a house right now, do whatever you're going to do. You know, we'll see, rate's going to go up a full percentage, but even still at 2.2, you're going to get a 30-year mortgage, probably a 3.9, 3.95. It still ain't going to kill you. But if bonds continue to go the same way, it's going to make a difference. This week in the marketplace, the government's going to be floating $64 billion to get funded this week. So I suspect there's going to be some flack out there, and the bid to cover, meaning the amount of folks that want to buy these versus what bought them in the past, I suspect they're going to go down a bit. King dollar. Let's go look at King dollar, because King dollar, we have a disconnect out here, there's no doubt. And it's about where King dollar wants to go versus where bonds want to go versus where versus where gold's going. So if we look at King dollar, the index today did 27,000 contracts. That 27,000 contracts is coming into 102,000 contracts. This is a monster ABC down. You know, we had talked about what we thought King dollar had done, and specifically meaning that had topped out at 100.78. And the reason we were saying that is that it was a 2-to-1 ABC structure on the way up. We've come off that high 3 separate times now at volume. I expect you're going to see the 4th one in the next few days, because it's a monster ABC down into the $90 area. That move, folks, is incredible. That move is going to send gold and silver topside. The bond market, each and every time now bonds go down, market goes down. The bond market's freaked on these rates. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.